Hey guys, what's up? So I just want to discuss a topic that we touched on lightly in a live stream that I did on Saturday. I've been doing live streams every Saturday at 7 p.m. So if you haven't joined in yet, I highly encourage you to do so. It can be fun times, it can be controversial, and yeah, you should join in. So the topic that I touched on briefly, I wanted to make a whole nother video about it, and that is identity. It can be a touchy topic. It can be a little bit controversial. So of course I have some nervousness around actually talking about this, but yeah, so first off, identity. You can identify however you want. That is not something that anyone can tell you. You have the freedom to do so. It's your personal thing. There are many identities. Let me just go over the trans umbrella specifically. So trans-specific, we have genderqueer, demi-boy, demi-girl, neutrois, what is that? What? Gender fluid, bigender, agender, and more. There's also trans man and trans woman. I'm sure there's probably a bajillion other more Tumblr genders that are not listed, but that's the and more. So this is just specific to the transgender umbrella. The identities seem to be endless. So I'm not going to be questioning anyone's identity, but I want to kind of go over the why. Why do we identify as we do? So me personally, I don't identify as trans. Sounds crazy, I know, because I did transition. I was born biologically female and I transitioned to male. I don't identify as trans because I find that it is only a small aspect of my life. Of course, I've made a bazillion videos about being trans and my transition and my dick specifically, but outside of the YouTube, there's a lot more than me just talking about my dick and things like that. I will make you a little bit of a tree of what my identity as just a human, just Cody, consists of. This is silly, but we're gonna do this. Sorry for that reflection. Okay, let's do this. Cody. So my name up here at the top. This is me. Yay. I am chef, trainer, bodybuilder. I have horrible handwriting. Son, brother. I used to be a boyfriend. I am not anymore, but maybe potentially. That's... And then, of course, yes, I am trans. This is a part of me that I will not deny, but if you might notice, there's so much more about me than just this aspect. Right, cool. So then I gotta ask, why do we put so much weight in our identities? Why is it that one of the first things that we know about someone is how they identify within their gender? Does it give us more sense of a belonging? Does it benefit in some way? Does it make us feel validated? What is the role that it plays in our life, and why? How big of a role does it play in our life? Would we be devastated if that was taken away from us? Does it help us feel like we are a part of a community, and does it make us feel unique? Do we have to identify as such in order to feel unique, or can we just be our own individuals without a label? So many labels. So these are all questions that I just want to have everyone think about. The why. If you're honest with yourself, the why do you identify as you do? When it comes down to gender identities and expressions and the transgender umbrella and everything, I think it can be a slippery slope. A lot of the times when someone has a gender expression that differs from society's norms, they're automatically labeled as trans. And I feel like that can be more divisive and more like we are forcing gender norms on someone, even more so by creating different identities. So say we have Sally over here. Sally likes the color blue. Sally likes to play baseball. Sally also wears boys' clothes. Does that mean she's trans? Does that mean she's non-binary. No, that just means that's Sally and she likes the things that she likes. It doesn't mean that we have to label her as non-binary, as transgender, even as like gender non-conforming is kind of basically just a term to be like, yeah, she does some stuff that's outside of the normal range of society's gender norms. And then we've got Bob over here. Bob likes to wear dresses. Bob loves the color pink. Bob does not like baseball. He likes Barbies. Does this make Bob trans? No. This does not make Bob trans. This just makes Bob Bob. Bob who likes pink and dolls and not baseball. So why are we putting so much weight in gender identities? I always find it a little bit strange when people gauge their transness off of the different things that they like or dislike, or the different types of clothing. Like if you're, might have been born female and you like wearing men's clothes, it doesn't mean that you're trans. Being trans, in my experience, is not about the clothes at all. It's like standing completely naked in front of a mirror and feeling a disconnect. Not feeling like your reflection matches what you feel on the inside. This to me is gender dysphoria. But having hormones and surgery, now standing naked in front of that mirror, I no longer feel that disconnect. I feel complete and I feel at ease. It's not about the clothing. It's so much to say that I could probably like stand in front of a mirror with a dress and yeah, I'd probably feel uncomfortable, but I would still see myself as a man. Thank you for hormones and surgery for that. So I really find that it's interesting that people will change their gender identity based off the different clothes that they wear. That can change on a daily basis, and just, putting so much more restriction on gender by enforcing more gender norms, by feeling like you have to change your gender by the clothing that you prefer or wear, or the activities that you do, and things like that. If you're born female and you just like wearing men's clothing, or you like the color blue, or you like quote-unquote boy activities, that doesn't mean that you're trans. If you're comfortable in your body, you're comfortable with your gender, like, by all means, you are just a female who has different interests, and that's 100% fine, and you can be an individual, and you can have, like, power and strength in that. You don't need to change a label, just be yourself. If you are born biologically male and you like to wear dresses and you like to wear makeup, like, by all means, go for it. I think that there's some strength in just being yourself without having to put a label to it. So something to think about. And personally, I think we should let people be people. We don't need to label things, and we can just live our lives as individuals and ourselves, and find power in that and in who we are as a person, and not who we are in our gender expression. So that is my high horse speech. You can hate me now if you want. I think that I just want to get the why. And of course, it could be a way of expressing yourself, identifying as a certain aspect, or finding a community or belonging. But before you do put so much weight in that identity, I encourage you to ask the why. So I'm asking you the why. That's pretty much it. So give me the why. Give me your why down below. And that is it for now. And if you have any questions, also feel free to comment. Peace out. I will see you next time.